intend, or what I intend to do with it, there's this company called Sphero. So they create these robots. Most people have seen them. They're the little spherical robots that roll around all over the place. They've created a new one that is, specifically for like the tinkerers, the makers, the folks that really want to create. And they call this one the Sphero RVR, or Rover.
Yeah.
And it's modular in the fact that it has things on top and at the back of it that allow you to plug in different things and build on top of it. So build modularly. So that gives and will give my students an outlet to be able to create things that they couldn't do before with just the regular Spheros.
And so, for a community member that doesn't really know what's going on in classrooms and the learning process, and for parents, what is the true value that your students are going to be getting out of this project?
The true value that my students will be getting from this is the ability to use their imaginations and not be afraid to think outside the box. It's pretty simple in most cases to be able to get some information and spit that back out at some point. But to truly take information, process it, and learn to extrapolate from that, and to be able to think creatively and essentially hammer home those 21st century skills, it takes a bit more than just regurgitating information.
Yeah, and so you've raised a very good point that right now employers tell us that two key things that they want from their new employees is some creative thinking skills, be able to think outside the box, and to be able to work as a team. And so I think as part of this project, you have to incorporate both those things.
Oh, absolutely. They're definitely going to be working cooperatively with this, as well as learning to think creatively, so they get the best of both worlds.
And of course, right now, you're talking about robots, but robots are getting a bad name because robots are taking jobs because of what's going on, whether it's in automobile factories or Amazon or any type of industry. You've got robotics, which is an important part, but there's going to be new jobs created for people to how to build robots, how to maintain robots, how to interact with robots.
Right, and there's definitely going to be more along those lines that's coming down the pipeline for people to be able to do that, because the more and more technology we implement, the more people that are going to be necessary to be able to maintain that technology. So while there may be a lull in manufacturing jobs, for people currently, that's going to shift, and there's a shift towards take for instance drones. The sky's the limit with where things are heading, and even with things like agritech. So there's lots of opportunity and options for people that want to put in the time investment.
Okay, good. Well, Charles, thank you so much for being on our program, and keep up the good work.
Thank you very much for having me.